Yenge and peace to everybody. I am Mayala277's. I lead a spiritual movement which is called Bundu de Congo here in Birmingham. Uh, Bundu de Congo is a spiritual movement which was created by Nlongya Congo ne Mwandansemi ne Makandala in Congo. Today I'm going to talk about spirituality and religion, the difference between spirituality and religion. I think a lot of people, they don't understand the difference between spirituality and religion. That's why I'm going to speak about the difference between spirituality and religion. What is spirituality, or what is spirit? Spirit is invisible matter. Invisible matter means an invisible force. Invisible force, it could be universal forces, the forces of the nature, but once they're in stage of invisible, that matter is called spirit. As a human also, we are, or we start in that stage of a spirit, and we transform into the physical body that we are. But when you are in stage of spirit, you are an invisible matter. So spirit, in short way, is just an invisible matter or invisible force of universe or nature, which is the source of every existence. Human, trees, sky, plants, the earth, everything. So spirituality is to be in connection with the sources of the matter. That's why in spirituality we activate to the sources. We have a spiritual body. For that body to become active, you have to activate that body from the sources. And then by doing that, when that spiritual body began to, or is activated, it start to function. But in this stage, in this physical body, you have the physical body which you need to activate for your spiritual body to manifest or to function. That's why, like I was saying, we need to activate ourselves to the sources to allow the spiritual body to function or to become active. That's what we do in spirituality, or this is the practice we practice in spirituality. In spirituality, there's no belief system or faith, but activates. You see, like mobile phone, you have handsets in on your handset. You have numbers. You press those numbers, or when you buy a voucher, you need to activate that voucher so that your mobile, your handset can begin to receive calls, or you can start calling. But when you calling, you are not calling the person by his name, but you're pressing the numbers, the buttons on your handset. And once you press the code, you began to speak to the person via mobile phone. You are not seeing each other, but via mobile phone, by satellite, you make a connection. So in spirituality also is like that. It's like this physical body is the handset of a spiritual body. If I activate my spiritual body, then I can be able to receive from the sources via my spiritual body. So in spirituality, like I was saying before, is not a faith or belief system. No, but we activate to the sources. Because we have, this is like a receiver, but we have something which is called soul. Soul, everybody have a souls, but there's not only one, so we have multi souls. So those multi souls, those are the one you activate from their sources. There are souls from the universe. There are sources from the earth. There are sources from the cosmos, universe. So when you activate those sources, when they become active, your spiritual body become active, and you began to receive from those sources I'm talking about. So this is spirituality. Now, a religion is a faith and belief system. What faith and belief system is a worship system. You glorify somebody, you're giving glory to somebody, to a person or a leader, but you are not in connection with spiritual world or with the sources of a universe. There's no connection. Only you worship and give glory to those people you worship, but you are not in connection with spiritual world or the divine, like I was saying, the nature, the universe. There's no connection between you and those sources. So your spiritual body is not active. It's not active. That's why most of religious people, they don't receive from spiritual world, but they only use their own experience. So when you are a religious or when you are a religious person, You are only a follower of a leader ideology. For example, in Christianity or in Islam, they don't practice spirituality, but they are a follower of their leaders. For example, Jesus or Prophet Muhammad. But themselves, they are not in connection with the spiritual world. But in spirituality, like I was saying, we activate ourselves to the spiritual world. So you or me, with the nature, will become one. Me and the universe will become one. Me and the cosmos will become one. That's the difference between spirituality and religion. Now, who is God and what is God? God in spirituality, it's not, or he is not, or she is not a human being. In spirituality, God, it is a supreme spirit supervisor. A supreme spirit supervisor. It doesn't have a form. It doesn't have physical body, but to those who understand luminous body, understand what I'm talking about. It is a luminous spirit. A luminous spirit. This is who or what or she this is who or we call God. God, or the luminous spirit supervisor, he is not the creator or she's not the creator. The creator, it is a energy that we call creative energy. It's not the same as in religion. In spirituality, every matter or everything which are visible or invisible is an energy. This energy is part of creator. So as a human, as a plant, so everything that we see or we are invisible are energy, are simple in energy. So this energy, this is what we call God the creator, because this energy have a power to create itself or to manifest itself. But there are no a physical being who is a symbol of God the creator. There are no human being who is a symbol of God the supervisor. No. That's why in spirituality there are no things like statues which represent God or the higher creator. No, because like I was saying before, these forces, they are the matter that reveal themselves in the way they exist, the way they are. So everything represents the image of the creator, the image of God. you yourself, you represent the image of God. You represent the image of the Creator. So there's no difference between you and the Creator. There's no difference between you and God the supervisor. Only the difference is that we are in low stage of knowledge.